In 1832, Abraham Lincoln opened a general store, and despite a booming economy, failed to turn it into a successful business. After striking out in the business world, Lincoln went into the military, starting at the rank of captain and rising all the way to the rank of private. After failing in the military, Lincoln went where so many other professional failures go: politics. But he wasn't any more successful as a politician. Lincoln suffered 12 election losses prior to becoming the 16th president of the United States. Yet he's now widely considered one of the most important presidents in U.S. history. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guest, you're not failing enough. It took Lincoln more than 30 years to reach the pinnacle of professional politics, and even then, he was widely unpopular as president. In fact, he was so unpopular, when he was elected, 7 states seceded from the Union. And you thought your failures were big. You're not failing enough. Walt Disney was fired from his job by a newspaper editor who said he had no good ideas. You're not failing enough. Thomas Edison suffered more than 1,000 failed inventions before successfully inventing the light bulb. Why is failure such an important part of success? Because it's not about the number of times you're knocked down. It's the number of times you get up. What is Lincoln remembered for? The business failures, the military failures, the political failures? No. He's remembered for being the president who held this country together at a crucial point in our history. No one will remember your failures, but everyone will remember your successes. If you want to be great, you've got to be willing to attempt great things. In the process, you're going to fail. I failed. You've probably failed too. But if you haven't, why not? During college, I was in a fraternity, and I wanted to be a leader in that organization so badly, I ran for every elected position that opened up. I ran for secretary and placed second. I ran for vice president and placed second. I ran for president and placed second. In 5 years, I ran for 23 different elected positions and didn't win a single one. It got to the point where they started calling me brother second place. My senior year, I was selected to direct the variety show for the on-campus competition with the 6-foot trophy, and you know what happened? I'd like to tell you we won and everyone celebrated, but we placed second. What I didn't realize then was I was about to embark on a series of personal and professional failures. After college, I decided to start a lawn mowing and landscaping company, and then shuttered my doors when after one summer, my only client fired me. I had not yet failed enough, so I decided to apply to law school. I applied to a half a dozen different schools and didn't get into a single one. Failure was starting to become a habit, but a few years later, after bolstering my resume, I applied again, and this time I got in. Success, right? Or was it? So I upgraded my family and I moved to Tulsa. I enrolled in school, and after finishing my first year, I realized this sucks. So despite during the previous 7 years of my life towards the goal of going to law school, I quit. I failed to finish. But I knew then it wasn't the path my life was supposed to take. It wasn't my passion. Now let's stop right there for a second, and let's talk about passion. What is your passion? What's the one thing you wake up in the morning and you can't wait to do? It took me a long time to find mine. This is it, right here. I love getting up in front of an audience and talking. What is your passion? You might not know what it is. For a long time, I thought my passion was working 60 hours a week and watching football on the weekends. But that's not passion. That's passing through life. Why am I telling you this? Because I stand here today to tell you that failure is not a bad thing. I failed at so many things because I tried so many different things, and I wouldn't change anything about any of them because they've all led me to this point, at this time, doing what I love to do. I failed at more things in 31 years than most people have failed at in a lifetime. But I've also been very successful. Remember all of the lost elections, the lost variety show? Despite all that, when I graduated, my fraternity selected me as the outstanding graduating senior and chose me to be our chapter's national delegate. And now, when I go back, no one remembers that I never won an election. But they see my name on that plaque, on that wall, and that is what I'm remembered for. Remember when I applied to a half a dozen law schools and didn't get into any of them? I applied to business school instead and ended up getting an MBA that helped nearly double my salary, and with that MBA, I got 2 full-ride scholarship offers to law school the second time around. Now remember when I went to law school and dropped out after a year? Other than learning that nobody likes lawyers, what I learned that what I was good at, what my passion was, wasn't talking to a court and a judge and a jury. It was talking to a crowd of people. I wanted to connect with an audience. I wanted to draw people in with my words. And so I've spent my time since then honing this craft. You're not failing enough. But if you don't believe me, ask Michael Jordan about failure. Michael Jordan, who didn't even make his high school basketball team. He once said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost nearly 300 games. On 26 occasions, I was given the chance to make the game-winning shot, and I missed. I have failed over and over and over in my life, and that is why I succeed. Fellow Toastmasters, I want you to succeed. And so I say this in the nicest way possible. I hope you go out there today and you fail. Because that failure will bring you ever closer